Shalom, family. It's good to see everybody here. I want to thank one of my subscribers, MJ Walton, for what they post in the comment section. And it was actually something I saw the other day. And then, how you just, I guess because I read so many articles and I'm always looking at stories, I may pick up on something interesting, but then I can almost forget it as fast as I saw it because I'm just looking at so many things. So, we're going to talk about the planetary alignment that is going on through the month of June and how it is just like the one from 2004. So, they're telling you the last time this occurred in the sky was in 2004. So, this is real interesting, and I want y'all to pay attention. Now, I want to also say I am not making any predictions. I'm not telling you something is going to happen. I am not, I'm going to say this up front because I know some people will come back. You said this was going to happen. No, I did not. I am not making any predictions. I'm just simply showing you what occurred the last time this same alignment was in the sky in 2004. That's it. Shalom, everybody. All right. So let's get started. There is going to be a full moon along with the alignment, and the same thing happened in 2004. The full moon will be on June 14th. It is the strawberry full moon. That moon will be appearing in the sky along with the alignment that's going on right now. This same thing happened December 26, 2004. You had the planetary alignment along with the full moon in the sky. So you can see I have this right here. The full moon is a lunar phase on the 26th December 2004, and that was on a Sunday. Okay. So I just want you to pay attention to what happened then, and the same alignment in the moon will be appearing in the sky again. So this came out on NBC about the same planetary alignment, and they're letting you know, yes, this occurred in December 2004. So if you want to see this alignment, the best time to see it is in pre dawn. So it's just before the sun comes up in the sky. You'll have all month long to get out there and see this, except for the full moon. We haven't gotten to that yet. All right. So when will the moon align with the planets? It will align with the planets on June 24th. You will see a crescent moon in the sky aligned with the other planets. Now, when the full moon appears in the sky, it is going to be by the planets, but not aligned with it. So I just want you, please stay with me on this because I don't want any confusion. Okay, so as you can see, there was a full moon on December 26, 2004. And I am getting to the point, y'all. I just want to drive this date home to you. There's a reason behind it. Okay, so here we go. This is what happened when there was the same planetary alignment that's going on right now, and the full moon on December 26, 2004, right after the pre-dawn hour, the tsunami hit Indonesia. Do y'all remember that? It made news all over the globe. 230,000 people were killed. 100,000 people were unaccounted for and never found. So this occurred. Now remember, the alignment in the full moon occurred during pre-dawn hours. So this was just before the sun came up. Right after the sun came up at 7:58 a.m., the tsunami hit Indonesia. Y'all remember that? It was huge. It killed so many people that, well, when this occurred, y'all, the planet alignment that we're living through right now was in the sky. Okay. And the same kind of planet alignment with the moon is about to occur on the 14th of June. Y'all remember these pictures? These are all pictures from 2004. And I'll tell you something else I notice. Okay. So when will we have a planetary alignment with our full moon? We are getting ready to have the strawberry moon. The strawberry moon is on June 14th, and it will appear in the sky right along with the planetary alignment on June 14th. It is the same alignment that was in the sky when that tsunami hit. So right after the sun rose. And the reason why so many people died, it happened at 7:58 in the morning. A lot of people were just getting out of bed. Some people were leaving for work. And it happened at a time that so many, yes, because the ones that are unaccounted for that they never seen again, Michelle Harvey, are considered dead at this point. So it would be 333,000. That's right. So there is a lot actually happening in June. We got the planetary alignment, which will be going on all month long. We have the strawberry moon that's coming up on the 14th. We have a meteor storm that is coming also in June. We got the meteor storm. So there's a lot. You'll be able to see the alignment in the moon without binoculars. You do not need binoculars at all. Okay. Yeah, true royal. It's almost like these events are running from one to the other. It's like ongoing, especially in June. Uh-huh. That is a lot of people. That is a lot of people. And that by far had to be historically the biggest tsunami we've seen in our lifetime when that occurred during this alignment. So that's why you are seeing so many stories out there. If you go out there and type in planetary alignment, there's a lot of stories on it. So that's the strawberry full moon. Now, the moon is not going to be red. It's just called the strawberry moon because of farming. You plant your strawberries in February and they're ready to be harvested in June. That's why it's called the strawberry moon. All right. And then our planetary alignment. So the same thing that occurred in the sky in Indonesia in 2004 is going to occur in the sky on the 14th of June. Now, I am not predicting anything. I want to say that again. I am not predicting anything. But one thing I do notice, y'all, they plan a lot of events on these full moons. I was looking online, there's a lot of people that are having drives and walks and fundraisers. They do this on purpose. They know what day to pick to do this. And if you remember, Putin picked 2222 to go into Ukraine, right? And that was not a coincidence. He waited for Pluto to be over the United States. And then he went in there after Ukraine. So this Gregorian calendar, uh-uh. No, they are looking, and if the stars and the moons and the planets and the events were not important to them, then why even bother having a government agency called NASA? Okay? Why would you even have that if these things were not important? They are important because they are giving you signs of things to come. And our forefathers used to heavily look at the skies to know what was going on, to know what season we were going into. They used the skies. They used to just read the skies. Nobody was running up to no calendar like people are today. They didn't need a calendar. The sky gave them all the information they needed. So it is a beautiful thing seeing these events unfold. Man, we could not have predicted a lot of this stuff. I mean, the shootings, look how close together all of these mass shootings were. They were very close to each other. It was like they were back to back. And it's no denying that big major things happen on the earth whenever there are things occurring in the heavens. And you know what? True Royal Mercury is not the only thing in retrograde. Pluto is also in retrograde. And I was looking at Pluto, especially when it came back over the US. It says that Pluto goes into retrograde for 6 months and then it comes out of retrograde. So it is literally when Mercury went into retrograde, Pluto went into retrograde, I think like a little before Mercury did. So they went into retrograde around the same time, but the only difference is Pluto is going on for a 6 months. 6 months. It's going to continue on. So, wow. When I saw this, and I'm so glad my subscriber reminded me of this, I remember I was like, wait a minute, it was something huge that went on the last time this alignment occurred. So, look, this is turning out to be a very interesting month. We saw how many mass shootings there were up until now. And look at Russia. It's like Russia is taking over more and more of Ukraine. And ladies and gentlemen, Putin is going to take over that whole nation. He's not going to just take over the East and move, he's taken over that whole country. And he's going to stay in there until he gets it. He wants the whole thing. Okay, this ain't gonna be, "Oh, he got Donbass and he got Mariupol. Okay, it's time to leave." Putin is going for it all. He gonna take that whole thing away from Ukraine. I'm just telling you. And that is gonna present a huge, huge problem for the United States. So, ladies and gentlemen, that's all I wanted to go over. Yeah, we need to be prepared for anything. You're right about that. MTF gang, you are right. These are signs letting us know there's going to be some turbulent times ahead on the earth. And as his children, we need to stay out of everything. We really do. When these things occur, y'all, keep to yourself. Don't get involved with all of this stuff that's going on with these Gentiles. Stay away from, just stay away from them in general. And the thing is, I know many of my brothers and sisters, my daughters of Zion, like myself, and our Hebrew brethren are staying out of this whole thing with these Gentiles. We'll just sit on the sidelines with our popcorn. Thank you very much. That's how I see it. Thank you very much. We will not get involved. Mhm. So, Yeah, Poland next, you think so? I think so too, but I also, and I just can't help but feel this way. I also think Russia got something big on the US. I don't think those sanctions and all of this military equipment and money the US has sent to Ukraine this whole time to try to help them in the war effort is going to go unanswered. Putin said in the very beginning, anybody that's helping Ukraine will face consequences. And I don't think he's going to let that go. I really truly believe he is planning something big on the US. I don't know. It doesn't necessarily have to be a military strike or anything like that. But let's face it, economically, the US is crippled. It really is with all these shortages, and I was looking at even the baby formula shortage that's still going on. Articles are still coming out about the shortages that are going on, and, you know, and also the government is now coming out. What's that woman's name? Janet Yellen? She's now coming out, and other, like Biden and his administration are admitting they ignored the inflation in the very beginning. It wasn't until things got really bad they started paying attention. So how do you can't turn nothing around now. You're going to have to just live this thing out. And then of course you got the population issue, and we know we're talking about the high IQ population. It is really bad for them. Now they want this replacement stuff. Oh yeah, we're going to have more babies. It's actually way way too late. It would have really been too late for them even 20 years ago, even if they would have overturned Roe v. Wade 20 years ago, it would have been too late even then. So they're in a bad situation. Their numbers are falling. Their women are out here rebelling and want no one to tell them what to do when it comes down to having children. And then you got the younger generation, the Gen Z and the millennials, by choice, are saying they don't want children. So how do you build up your population when it's falling apart right in your face? So, they kinda came to the party too late, but you know what? It was the will of our Heavenly Father that made them pay attention when it was way too late. Now, there is nothing they can do about this, y'all. We know this. If you're barely having children, how are you gonna turn this stuff around when your whole group is not even agreeing on having babies? All right? It is not even possible. It's not possible. Yes, the droughts in Caroline, even the state I'm in, is in a drought. It is just not as bad as the West Coast, but we have droughts too over here. But I did a story about a month ago, and it said that drought out on the West Coast is gonna expand across the whole country. So we're gonna be as dry as the West Coast eventually. And it's moving pretty rapidly, you know? And I think when we hear it, we think about places like California, Oregon, you know, and but it is so much more than that. I mean, it's really moving Midwest already, but it is gonna be dry everywhere eventually in this country. It's gonna be a big problem. And see, these folks are not good at planning things out. I would hear people, "Oh, they plan ahead." They didn't plan ahead for this drought, okay? They sure didn't plan ahead for their low birth rate. So, no, I don't agree that they plan so well ahead for everything. Maybe some things, yes, but not everything. They sure didn't plan ahead for their low birth rate. So, no, some things you just can't plan ahead for. Yeah, it is dry, and you can tell. You can tell. Last year, there were days I didn't even hear the birds every day. And then it dawned on me, they're going to go where there's water and resources for them. So if there's none around in your community, they're going to move on closer to where there is water. So, boy, there's a lot coming down on America's head. I mean, a lot. There is no doubt about it. So, y'all, I tell you what, I'm going to continue to do my prayers, and you should too. Let this place go. Don't hang on. There's nothing to hang on to anyway. It needs to go. Yes, Dwayne Williams, it sure is. Gas is ridiculous, but Biden said it's going to get worse than it is now. He already said it's not going to be an ending in sight anytime soon. So it is bad. The gas is like off the charts for real. Oh, you're welcome, True Royal. All right, y'all. I'm going to go ahead and conclude, and I will keep you up to date of anything that changes or any of the events that happens around the time the strawberry moon comes out along with the planetary alignment. So we shall see what happens moving ahead. You notice the insects are acting crazier. Yeah, I notice everything is really acting crazier. I do. I notice it. It's the insects, it's the birds, it's everything. And don't forget, we still got avian flu in the country. So there are a lot of bird deaths, both wild and domestic. That's still going on. And America can't control that. There's no way to stop it. So, everybody, enjoy the rest of your day. And those of you that are coming to the Bible study, I will see you later. I got to post that. I will be posting that very shortly. Shalom, family.